First order of business, I gotta fly my people. Way too many fakes in my face, I can see the evils. Drug addictions, bad bitches, they gotta be jokes. See the pico, black slacks, it's all.
What's good, yo? We back, RTTV. What's good, yo? We back, RTTV.
What up, Yeezy season? Yo, it's Yeezy season. Don't ask me nothing because it's Yeezy season. Don't tell me nothing because it's Yeezy season, son.
He didn't have that energy last week.
He did not have that energy last week.
And if it's your first time here, definitely won't be your last. Make sure you kill, murder, and smash that subscribe button.
And make sure you check out that Patreon for exclusive early and full reactions, anime live action shows, and more. The link is right down below.
Yo, do that and make sure you like this video. Let us know you rocking with the content and make sure that notification bell is ringing so every time we drop a video, Yeezy know about it first.
And we are back with the highly anticipated 9th studio album from Kanye West. Jesus is King. Make some noise, man.
Yeezy. We gotta give him a round of applause before we even get that.
The fact he's dropping. Thank you, Kanye.
Thank you, Kanye.
Dropping that
And because it's Kanye West. Yeezy.
And Kanye West has been a journey since we've been reacting to his music. Kanye West has been making a lot of noise this year with his Sunday services, events that he's taken around the whole world.
Yep.
He had it at Coachella for Easter Sunday. He just had it at Howard, and he has it a lot in LA, and he took it to Brooklyn. It's multiple places he's taken it to. And it's dope because he's bringing gospel music to places that you usually probably wouldn't hear gospel music. And a lot of people connect with Kanye West because when Kanye first came out, Jesus Walk dropped, and he was the first person to be a popular rap artist and to make a gospel song that was a hit. And just like in St. Pablo, how he opened up the record, what was the Ultra Light Beam as well.
Chance the Rapper's craziest verse, or one of,
and Kirk Franklin on the record. So gospel has always been part of Kanye West. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't feel like Kanye West is using this as a way to get back in people's good grace. I always feel like he's always been the one to push this, and this has been a long time coming that he needed to drop this. So
if there's one thing I know about Kanye for sure is I don't know what the fuck Kanye thinking. So,
but if I talk about
God,
records won't get played,
I need to take away from my sins. Probably take away from my ends.
No, that's real shit though, because I think every single album, I feel like even Yeezy had at least one song that he at least mentioned or talked about his praise to God.
Let's go soon. And the production was so.
Kanye West has always displayed his love for the genre of music and how it connects him in real life. And we can't wait to experience this with him. So guys, you ready for the new Kanye West album?
Ready.
Let's do this. Alright, let's do this, man. Kanye West, Jesus is King. And the first track is Every Hour featuring Sunday Service Choir.
That's right.
I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Yo, this is high quality. Like, I don't think if you went to a church and you heard it like this, bro, I think you'd be like, yo, like, yeah, with the pianos and everything, like, you could hear, like, what he's bringing to it. And when I hear this, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This really just sounds like college. Like, I really remember, like, when we listen to college dropout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it had vanities, like, it had songs just like this. It kind of sounds like college dropout a little, so let's get back into it.
Honestly, I like that just because this is something that I could play with my family. You know what I'm saying? During Christmas, my mom likes to play gospel music, so like this is a very uplifting song to set off a mood, like, and yeah, like I really like this. I really like this. This was a.
I think it's very powerful. Like, just to think about what he's done right now. Like, we gathered up all 5 of us in his living room to listen to a gospel album. You know what I'm saying?
That's powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's very powerful. So, props to you, Yeezy.
Yeah.
I think it's dope he's setting the tone with the album. If there's one thing I can say, might be one of the ways I was really introduced to music. Like my uncle, still to this day, is the director of a choir that my mom is in, that my uncles was in at one point, that other side people in my family was in. So listening to music like this has always been really close to me. So I rock this.
I've been touched by the Holy Spirit, to my friends. I love it. I love it.
But again, track number 2, Selah.
God is king with his soldiers. Ultra beam out the solar. When I get to heaven's gates, I ain't gotta be covered. Keeping perfect composure. When I scream at the chauffeur, I ain't mean, I'm just focused. I ain't mean, I'm just focused. Everybody want a yandy. That Jesus Christ did the laundry. They say the week start on Monday, but the strong start on Sunday. Won't be John 8:3-6. To whom the Son said free is free indeed. He say the rich like me. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Wow.
You know what's interesting that I like about it? The fact that he's implemented different Bible verses within it and actually like quoted it too. Like telling you exactly what verse that he got it from. Pretty unique. I don't really hear people like quoting the Bible verses also saying that's what passages that is from too. So
and he kind of like talked about like how people perceive him. Like I'm not mean. I'm just focused. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something that we should take. We shouldn't take lightly because I feel like a lot of people take like they I don't know how to say it. They look at somebody to misunderstand.
Develop their interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When it's like I'm just focused, I'm just doing what I gotta do, and then he's like people are expecting Yandi, but you know God's the third line.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think the thing that was dope, like me hearing this more and more, like this record, I just feel like hearing it, I'm like, wow, this is what everyone's been asking for. They've been asking for the old Kanye back, cause yo. Really, like I'm so happy I listened to College Dropout. Like this really sounds like Rich. Like if you really listen, just he doesn't entitle it that. So you didn't go and like let me listen to those references. But he's always been rapping like this. Cause think about it, Chance the Rapper. Everyone says he's like the new Kanye. Why? He has a lot of you know what I'm saying? Like this is really the old Kanye. It's just he's full blown. Like this is the title of it, and this is it. But he's always been doing.
Yeah, I'm
this.
happy that you played the album recently. No bullshit.
This is like another groundbreaking Kanye album.
With you just kiss and make up, even with the bitter cup. But gave my brothers a drink up. Yeah, product. We got the tools, we got the minds, we got the youth. We going wild, we on the loose. People is lying, we are the truth. God, and we are the truth.
It's still Kanye, yo. That sounds like Kanye. It's like the third installment.
Yeah, no bullshit. Wow.
The OJ is back. This is gonna be a groundbreaking musical album. Like when Kanye, Dark Fantasy, Kanye, like 808s, College Dropout, like the way he would come in and change it musically.
Yeah.
Like this is like no gimmicks, this is musically dope. And it's like, I like that Kanye's having all this. This is the most attention Kanye's ever had in his life. And for him to take his faith and put it with his music and actually make it a masterpiece. Like this is like when they were drawing like the Last Supper, I feel like this is like an artist in that era. This is his version of putting that art out. And I'm like, cause you hear the instruments, like this is not a rap, like it's not typical, like this is not a typical gospel. This is not, I don't know what kind of album this is.
That's
bro.
why I think it's so
like,
dope.
This is crazy, bro. Like that
Nigga, it makes it so easy for people, even people that's not within the faith. I feel like this album, the production so far, it makes it easy for a person to digest it and actually listen to it, because it's like, bro, you're still getting the boom. Like, I like the production, the bass, the pattern of it is still something that Kanye will give you, but now you're getting something with it that's very powerful. So the fact he intertwined that, bro, that's impressive. He's stapled. He always stapled that production god, but that nigga's a production goat, my nigga. He really is, bro. Can't take that away from him.
It's kind of crazy, because is it me or does it sound like some of the instruments used like from Yeezus? Like
that's what I'm trying to do.
Like that's what I hear a lot of. I hear a lot of like, it's a gospel album with like Yeezus undertone, like that. Doom, and then the boom. And I was like, that's really Yeezus. And there was like another instrument he was using this on. I was like, that sounds really Yeezus.
I feel like we're gonna get across every of almost every Kanye album within this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I feel like even
something we're gonna even get like a gospel song with even like a turn up vibe on this album. You know what I'm saying? Because he's given us Yay with gospel. And it's like, it sounds amazing. It sounds phenomenal. 2 songs in, I'm
saying like the thing is, it's not. He's been doing this. That's why I'm like, it's not like if you really go back, like I'm literally telling you, like, I'm so happy I listened to like it really sounds like it just sounds like an improved version of College Dropout.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying. Like when we hear like Yeezus and when we hear My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like obviously his production over the years got better. So we hear that version of Ye, like earlier version of Ye, but with that type of production, you know what I'm saying? So the evolution is like very notable.
But again, track number 3, Follow God. This is a way better reaction to Ye. Watch this, then go watch our Ye. Please.
There's a sample right there.
I already like this. I already like this.
Like, this is what you like. I was screaming at my daddy, told me in Christ like.
Oh, this is the one I heard when I told you. Yo, this is fire!
Like a sight fight.
Wow! This is fire! Hey!
Tell me this don't sound
Hey! Oh my God!
Tell me this don't sound like late registration college dropout. Tell me this don't sound like late registration college dropout.
You know what song it reminds me of? Like the tempo, it actually reminds me of 2 different songs. So like the way it sounds with the effect that he has in his voice reminds me of 2 words from College Dropout.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of Gorgeous because he had like on My Twisted Dark Fantasy because he had like that same little effect. And the crazy thing, yo, 2 Words is probably one of my favorite songs, top 5 favorite songs on College Dropout.
Yeah.
And this beat is fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is a record I was telling Joel, I'm like, yo, I heard a snippet. I'm like, yo, it really just sound like he's just talking about God, but on some crazy beats, though. I'm like, yo, and this is the one he was like, the line he was like, it's something that my dad told me that ain't God like. Yeah. And I feel like even those bars is like, my family was really religious, so I'm like, even when he was saying that, I was like, I would hear that as a kid growing up too.
Related.
And I think the thing is crazy is when I first fell in love with Kanye was College Dropout Late Registration because I was like, yo, I was just like, yo, this guy could just come out and talk about the most like the stuff that like is not gangster, nothing, like stuff that regular people go through in their life, like religion or family, but on some crazy
cold ass beats.
I'm like, even when he made Jesus Walks on, I'm like, yo. And hearing this, I'm like, this is a gospel song. It's like, bro, who wouldn't be like? I don't have no problem. This is my thing. I have no problem with gospel music or anything. I just feel like they need to have a variety. I feel like it's too much of one sound.
Exactly.
And the reason why I like Kanye was because he just gave it the best production. Period. Like it don't matter what genre this came out in, you'll be like, this production is crazy. And I feel like that's how you should target. Not saying they don't. But I feel like that's how you should target gospel music, given a variety of sounds, because it's all about the message. The sound is not bad. Like, you can't sit here and tell me an 808 is sinful. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
No, you're right, and I feel like when it comes to gospel, everything needs to evolve, especially in this generation where everything changes so fast. Yeah. And I feel like gospel music, if you needed to reach the demographic you wanted to, if you wanted to reach the kids, if you wanted to reach our demographic, like, this is what they needed. You know what I'm saying? You needed something that the kids could listen to, something that's easier to digest than the old melodies that we usually put on.
100%.
Like a Tyler Perry movie for BT, searching for a D. Now you wanna see it free. Driving with my dad and he told me it ain't Christ-like. Trying to find another, looking for a new way. I'm just really trying to really do the cool way.
That's crazy. Talking about temptations and everything.
I'm with my dad and he said it ain't Christ-like.
My dad really said that ain't Christ-like.
You know it's like, I woke up this morning, I said my prayers on phone device. He started spazzing on me. I started spazzing and he said, it ain't Christ-like. I said,
Yo, I gotta clap for that song, bro. That song was fire. Oh my God. I haven't had a reaction like that for a song on an album in a while. And that was just like, That was the Kanye that I know and love. That was the Kanye that I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like with a mixture of the Kanye that he's been giving us throughout the years. Like that was a beautiful song.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the soul Kanye. And he here, baby. He here, baby. This shit remind me of what Alfred said in Vikings, how niggas need to translate Latin into English so everybody can listen to that shit. That's the musical version of this right here, man.
Imagine he put that as a sample in one of his songs. That'd be a good sample.
That's it.
I feel like, and crazy, like, you don't, like, that song, like, it's just my life. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, literally, in the end is, like, I had those conversations with my dad. I'm like, a lot of Haitian guys that grow up, you know, if your dad and mom are, like, into religion, you know, like that track, like players. Even on Instagram, I've seen like Haitians, and they always screenshot that one song. I'm like, I don't know why, and I get it. It's like that literally is like, you know, I understand. That's like literally cool. Like the ending to like you and your dad going at it, and it's like, yo, it's Kanye West is just Kanye West, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like thank you, Kanye, because I feel like you giving us from reacting albums. I feel like wow, we really caught. It's like we caught College Dropout Relay Registration on March 3rd. Like, we literally catching it live right now, and it's like, he literally still gave us that moment how many years later?
It's this is like, I love how, like, the older rappers are doing this. So, like, you know how, like, Jay-Z hit us with the 444 and shit like that? I feel like this is Kanye's, like...
Kicking game.
Exactly, kicking game, but in terms of, like, your, like, faith and everything like that. Temptations, which was reflected on the song right here, too.
That album is amazing. 3 songs in, bro.
3 songs in,
baby. Track 4, closed on Sunday.
One
song is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't know how long.
The whole album's like 27 minutes long, nigga.
That's crazy.
This shit's fucking beautiful, bro.
Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A. Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A. Hold the Southeast. Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A, you're my number 1 with the lemonade. Raise our sons, play. No more living for the culture, we nobody's slave.
Oh, facts.
Oh wait, that beat about to drop crazy.
Bro.
Wow, that beat
He's I'm telling you, he's a genius. I love the fact that kids have this right now, because think about it, bro. I feel like with that line with Chick-fil-A, that's
you like that?
Think about it, because you don't get what I'm saying, because the Chick-fil-A line, that line right there is one of those things that's going to bring in our culture to listen even more. Like, we love Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God.
I'm dead ass right now.
Oh my word.
Yo,
what are you talking about? That's what
I just feel like
I just don't think it sounds good. It's not about anything being bad.
I think I'm
never gonna be like
the only thing that you gotta get is that sound wise it sounds amazing. Now I can understand how he could take when he first heard it, but that line is a double meaning because if you know Chick-fil-A is a faith-based, but it's a faith-based. But listen, it's a faith-based business, so that's why he's comprehending it too and bringing it to his relationship where it's like, I'm religious. Like everything we do, like on Sunday, we don't go to church. We gonna do it's closed just like Chick-fil-A, and it is a bigger meaning because Chick-fil-A gets a lot of flag and stuff because they close on Sunday and they're a faith-based business. So it's hard for them to be in business. And I think he's comparing himself to Chick-fil-A, where I'm in a world where no one's a faith-based, and I'm trying to be that. And I feel like that song's a double meaning, and I feel like you have to like really get, I don't know, like
he's past that.
Yeah, like that's what he means. It's like he's really comparing himself to Chick-fil-A, and it's like Chick-fil-A is still number 1, and they stuck to their guns of their faith, but they still get stones and things thrown at them, and I feel
got
like
other problems, but that's not.
Stay woke, Evan. Stay woke.
They both.
That nigga still sleeping, man.
I said stay woke on the Kanye album. Oh my God.
Beast. Hold on, we gotta catch that perfectly.
I stick to my own guns.
Stand up for my home.
What?
Even if I take this walk alone.
Chick-fil-A,
I pray to God that He'll strengthen my hand. Hey, one think twice, stepping onto my land. Jezebel don't even stand a chance.
That's for you, right there.
I was gonna say, I know you guys love that part. You guys are waiting for that one, man.
Evan's fake, yo. I swear
I'm
to God,
fake.
yo. Evan's
Yo,
fake.
that's the same guy that argued with me. That's the same guy that argued with me that he loved Ye, and then 3 weeks later was like, no, it's not that good.
No, you like Ye too, though.
I didn't like Ye.
I was the only one that didn't like Ye.
I can't sit here and be like, my opinions don't change. I listened to something the first time, I really like it. After a few times listening, I don't like it. I'm gonna be real. That's real, nigga. That's not being fake, nigga. Like, that happens.
So you mad at me for being real then?
No, I feel like you're hearing Chick-fil-A and you're like, oh, this gimmicky, I don't like it. When you're not even understanding the message.
Bro. That's why I listened to the whole song.
Like, yeah, but even before, when in the beginning, as soon as you heard Chick-fil-A, he was like, nah, you think this shit sounds good, nigga? The production sounds amazing. So I don't know what you were talking about at that. You heard Chick-fil-A and you was
how that one line take away from the whole
production? This song don't do it for me in general, my nigga.
Like the title track's closed on Sunday, so that makes a lot of sense that he would start off
100%.
the number one business that is randomly closed, like probably the only business that's closed on Sunday.
And it's also like, yo, he stuck to his guns and he talks and he raps. He wants to talk about and rap about God. There's people like don't want to,
and he has the right to do that.
You feel me? Don't want to, and it's hard for you to stick your own guns and be like, yo, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. I'm gonna draw the line in the sand. You know what I'm saying? People in the industry, they sell out, and I'm not gonna do that.
No bullshit. This nigga Rob really looked at his hat too. He said, MAGA hat.
You gotta get a track 5. On God.
On God, this nigga out here.
How you get so much favor on your side?
Oh, this shit sounds
hot. Except as your Lord and Savior, I replied.
This shit sounds hot.
I'm a ride. That's on God.
That's how he said that.
This the hottest I heard on this album so far.
Anything you wanna be.
Thank you, Kanye.
Nah, this beat is fire.
Nah, hold on. I gotta stop there. Thank you, Kanye. Like, we just say thank you. Thank you, Kanye. Thank you, Kanye. Thank you.
Kanye.
Production-wise, no album's touching this. Let's be real.
That's on
God. Oh, God.
Nah, this
Yo!
This one right here.
Talk yo.
Everything you niggas been saying this whole reaction. This is the song I felt.
Shut up.
This is the song I felt.
Fire, bro. Like,
this shit right here.
God, this shit fire.
God, this whole album's
this
been
one
fire, bro.
On God.
Do your thing, yeah. Talk it.
On God, he won the Grammy already.
Nah, this one in order Grammy. This album should be in the Grammy. Hands down.
That's on God. That's on God.
Oh my, this is my favorite Kanye song, bro.
Are you doing that or is the beat actually doing that?
That's on God.
Yo,
That's fire.
Nah, this is the record everybody's been talking about with Pierre Bourne. Like, Pierre Bourne had a crazy beat, and Kanye got it. Everybody's been talking about, like, they're like, oh, he's gonna drop. And this was the beat. I'm like, even when I heard it, I'm like, nah, this is the that's my favorite Kanye West song.
Yo,
right now.
on God.
On God.
God.
On God. That's my favorite Kanye West song.
That beat was absolutely phenomenal, fantastic, amazing. Give Kanye the Grammy already. Yes, I'm saying it right now. Evan wants to put a bet that he's not gonna win the Grammy. I think he's gonna win the Grammy.
He's taking it over Tyler, the Creator, nigga.
Yes. The same way y'all was telling me that Chance's album 3 weeks ago was gonna win the Grammy.
Whoa!
You didn't say that. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all need this reaction. You didn't say that. I said Tyler Creator. I said Chance. Let me tell you something. I said Chance was going to win the Grammy, but do not compare this album. You said Chance was going to win the Grammy. That's why I'm doing that.
It's a whole new album. First off, I don't care what I said about Chance. I'm talking about Kanye West.
Now I changed
No, it's not changed up because you need to get your facts correct because it's already too late. It's already too late for Kanye to put this in for the Grammys coming up in February. No. I'm just letting you know.
Okay,
so I can still be right about Chance because Kanye's not gonna get nominated.
But Chance is definitely.
Yo, you're not listening.
You already said he wasn't gonna win.
He's not letting me. Kanye talk. Kanye, this album can't be nominated for the Grammys coming up this year. So they're not even gonna be in the same year. So that doesn't even matter.
I didn't say who's gonna win it.
But no,
I
you
didn't
just
say
go
he
to
wasn't
Chance.
gonna win it.
All I'm saying is he could. The fact you say he can't win it, you think he can't win this for 2020?
I mean, I haven't heard the music.
2021 Grammys?
First of all, regardless of me saying anything about Chance the Rapper, new music comes out all the time. So if I hear something better than that album, then my opinion could change. So regardless of what I said, I still think even if it was in that Grammy. If it was in that Grammy class, I think this would win over Chance the Rapper. My opinion could change.
So I can ask you a question right now?
What?
So to this day, right now, how do you feel about that Chance the Rapper album?
I still like it.
Okay.
I listen to it.
And I'm gonna say right now,
album.
on camera, so 2-3 years from now, you can see this, because I'm gonna bring it up. This is gonna break barriers. It's gonna be one of the greatest Kanye West albums.
And I'm perfectly fine with being wrong if you feel that way. But I'm just saying, I don't feel that way now.
The next track, Everything We Need, is from this album. Let's go, yay.
Oh, that's the one that leaked out.
It's a smacker, bro.
Don't switch up now.
I can like songs, bro. I don't like the other songs. I like this song.
Switch your attitude.
Switch your attitude.
Gamble on yourself. Just that different latitude. Cause we have everything we need.
Feel good, baby.
We have everything we need.
Yo, Ty Dolla started snapping on this shit.
Ty Dolla has heard 47 songs.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you killing it, yeah. You doing your
You're
thing,
on top
yeah.
of the world, dog.
Yo, don't listen to none of the haters, whatever they say about this album. Every track is 10-10. Like, yeah, you back. This is a masterpiece. Let's get back into it.
This album's fire.
Switch my attitude. I'm so radical. All these people mad at dude. What if Eve made apple juice? You gon' do what Adam do? Or say, baby, let's put this back on the tree. Cause we have everything we need.
That's fire. Beautiful right there, man.
Kanye West.
Well, if they
love
made
how
apple juice, man, would you do exactly what they would do? Nah, my nigga.
Put the apple back on the tree,
Yeah,
dog.
cause we good, yo.
Cause we got everything.
And
That shit's a smacker.
And I love, like, this album. I love what Kanye West is doing, because it's like he's getting back to his essence. He's getting back to, and he's giving you a dope message. And it's telling you how in life you're gonna mess up and you're gonna do bad things, but as long as you try to get better and take it day by day, you're gonna be alright. You're gonna get everything you need. And I feel like Kanye West is displaying that. And it's just like a lot of people like, yeah, Kanye West, the MAGA hat, and then liking Donald Trump and all that. And the people that say that, I'll be like, yo, to me it's like, I know people in my life, friends and family members that like Donald Trump too. And Donald Trump, I'm never gonna give Donald Trump the power to make me hate somebody, if you get what I'm saying. Like, just because someone likes Donald Trump, that's like, I'm not gonna take whatever you do, like, oh, yo, MAGA hat, like, Donald Trump does not have that power. And I feel like this is the message kind of saying, we can't be judging people by things they like and stuff. We judge by their actions.
Yo,
And I feel like this album is making me understand that. And I feel like people that say that, people that still bring that up, take a moment and realize you're not perfect. Like, even in the Bible, like, when Jesus Christ was like to, I forgot how the story went, but Jesus Christ, people came and was like, yeah, they're gonna throw stones at, I think, a woman that was probably sleeping around and stuff. Yeah. And Jesus was like, the first person that hasn't sinned, like the person that hasn't sinned, throw the stone. And I feel like that's the same thing. It's like, y'all coming at Kanye, the nigga that hasn't sinned or done something messed up, well, go at him. And everyone has, and I feel like we gotta.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm glad you brought that up, because when Evan brought up the fact that, yo, he sold out because he wore a MAGA hat, I'm like, yo.
No. You said Evan.
I said he didn't. I said he didn't sell it. I'm like,
because
people in the industry, they sell out and say, yeah, but the nigga wore the MAGA hat. And I feel like he's also teaching us, like, everything, you have to look beyond the surface level. Just because he put a MAGA hat doesn't mean me as a human can understand him for different ideas he has beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wore a MAGA hat, but he still put out a Jesus album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like the MAGA hat isn't a barrier for you.
Yeah, like, it's like that's not more powerful than this.
Yeah,
like, I feel like you guys
like,
are wilding. Donald Trump does not have that power.
It's really terrible that because somebody has an opinion on something, it should take away everything else that they believe in, and all of a sudden they're just like, getting back to what Robbie said, all of a sudden they're just a bad person. I think that's pretty much saying that somebody can't have an opinion in your eyes. And if they have an opinion on something that they don't like,
that you just automatically like,
fuck everything they do, yo.
No, I think that's a personal thing. I don't think that nobody can make the decision for everybody. Number one. Number two, I think if you have certain beliefs on something, if you feel that Kanye West, when you first were introduced to Kanye West, you felt like he embodied something, or he meant a certain thing to you. When he changes that, you have the right as a person, if you feel a certain way, to not rock with that person. I don't think, like, I've never been a person like, cancel Kanye, fuck Kanye forever. I'm not like that. But I can also understand why if somebody if somebody expects certain things of you and you do something completely the contrary, if they feel some type of way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's up to them. It's not up to you.
No,
you're right.
No, because you're not listening to the message. He's basically saying you can't do that, bro. You can't be like people ain't perfect. So if somebody does this. Like, there's members in people's families that like Trump, and I bet you you're not gonna not talk to them because of that.
But for certain people, certain things are not redeemable.
That's wrong, because
for certain people.
But why isn't that?
That's kind of crazy.
So having an opinion.
That's like you have a family member and they start liking Trump. You're like, you're gonna X them out of your life.
You're giving Trump.
One, my family member is not Kanye West. Let's get that straight. Kanye West is a platform, a brand. His ideas permeate differently. It's different, my nigga. Like people feel like that about Kanye West, bro. It's not about me.
Something. I might disagree on something that you do.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless if I like you a lot. Granted, do I agree with his stance on Trump? No. I still love Kanye West for Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, like, what he's saying, back to what Robbie said, what he's saying, for you to sit here and say, to be like, all of a sudden, I don't rock with Kanye West because he does this, that, and the third. In a sense, it kind of makes you a hypocrite because you've done this, that, and the third. And it's like, I'm not saying you. I'm
saying you. You brought up manga. You brought up the manga hat when you were saying, like, no. Hold on. But you using that as a defense to tarnish Kanye. I'm like, that's corny when you do that. It's like, oh, but he wore a manga hat.
I ain't never wearing a manga hat. I ain't never been around it.
He wore a manga hat, but he dropped the album. But he dropped the Jesus album.
And that's cool, Rob.
So I'm like, which one weighs more? That's what I'm saying. For you to say that, it's to me, it's just. And
if I punch you in the face, I put ice on it after, does it make you feel better?
But he didn't punch you in the face. That's not quick.
It does. You're right.
So politics is God to you. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say that. I'm not a big politician, so let's get that very straight.
Kanye West is a brand or anything, he's a man. And he got the right to do anything he wants. And you can't be like,
you can defend Kanye all you want, bro. That's your prerogative.
And no, I'm saying the people that don't, that's corny, my nigga.
To you, my nigga.
No, it's just like being racist.
To you, my nigga.
You're being racist about an opinion, bro.
It's hypocritical.
To you, my nigga. Everybody, Robbie.
It is, bro. That's fact.
I understand you think you speak facts, but it's not. It's an opinion at the end of the day.
It's wrong.
To you.
Because I'm basing you off an opinion of yours. You think that's fucked up?
Somebody.
I'm not basing anything. I'm not. They have the right to.
You said it, nigga. You're blaming it on other people.
You looked at me and said, you said, sign about Wilk. And I said, you talking about the nigga with the MAGA hat. That's what I said.
No, I said niggas sell out in the industry. You said you're talking about the nigga with the MAGA hat.
To do that.
You feel me? Don't want to, and it's hard for you to stick your own gun to be like, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. I'm gonna draw the line in the sand. You know what I'm saying? People in the industry, they sell out, and I'm not gonna do that.
No bullshit. This nigga Rob really looked at his hat too. It's a MAGA hat.
So I think Kanye can do whatever he fucking wants. But at the end of the day, everybody thinks, a lot of people think Kanye's sold out.
You said it.
Okay, I don't like that he wore the MAGA hat. I don't give a fuck. But what does that matter?
Because you're scared to admit it right here, nigga. It took all this.
I said the MAGA hat a while ago. I just said 2 minutes ago.
People.
I just said 2 minutes ago. I would never wear a MAGA hat, bro. I'm saying I don't hate Kanye for the MAGA hat. That's what I'm saying. I don't like the MAGA hat. I said that 10 minutes ago. I hated him, right?
Yeah, you did.
I'm not tarnishing his name. Evan cannot tarnish Kanye.
Alright, we're about to get into the next track, Water, track number 7.
This is crazy.
The one that brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. It's a God album. You guys want to argue with me? That's crazy.
Take the glory in our conversation. Let your light Jesus, flow through us. Jesus, heal the bruises. Jesus, clean the music. Jesus, please use us. Jesus, please help. Jesus is our rock. Jesus, give us grace. Jesus, keep us safe.
Ooh, I like that.
Wow, nice and quick.
That's a quick prayer right
there. Yeah, it really is a quick prayer right there. Yo, I love this album because, like, I'm not gonna lie, yo. You guys all know, I am not a gospel listening type of guy. Like, I've been saying a lot. Yeah, I'm a man that I've been going to church my whole life, but I only been a person that like church gospel music in church. You feel me? I never had a moment other than like little pieces of Kanye shit before that I can really have a gospel type of message within music. So the fact that I have a whole album that I can play front to back and just feel good about and just have the spirits and all the messages incorporated in one album is amazing, yo, because I really never had that before, honestly.
And you hate coloring books, so that's what
I really hated coloring book. I can say that right now, probably. I really did.
You did?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what I'm saying. I don't think you don't like gospel music. I think you don't like the sound of gospel music.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what I'm saying. I think Kanye is showing you that gospel music could be more. Exactly. I think that's the point where it's like that. I was even saying it earlier. It's a certain sound we heard, but gospel music is supposed to be music, just like everything. It's supposed to have multiple sounds, and I feel like a lot of people have gospel in their records. It's just, is it the production? Does it sound gospel? So you might not hear it as gospel, because Kanye could literally have changed the title of this album to something completely different. Not even went with the theme, and you wouldn't even know. Like, his music already sounds like this, and that's what I mean. Where it's like it's labels that we label stuff, but it's like at the end of the day, it's music, and gospel is music. We can't label. People that make gospel need to stop labeling it. Like, what they make is the only way to make gospel music. I'm like, Kanye, breaking musical barriers again.
We are water.
This shit's so groovy.
It sounds like a 70s.
It sounds like some Shaft shit, yeah.
That's all I can think about. Shaft, groovy ass nigga.
What?
Like a newborn daughter. Oh.
We're about to get in track number 8. God is.
God is good all the time. All the time.
JT, are you with me?
He is miraculous. I can't keep it to myself. Say when you call on Jesus' name, listen to the words I'm saying. Jesus said, I know God is alive. Yeah.
Say Kanye can't sing, but he can sing, yo.
He's singing his heart off.
Let us, yo.
I feel the pain, yay. And I feel like this is equivalent to like the production. It's like, imagine if he just was singing about a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean. Like, this production is like he's bringing quality production to the topic he's speaking of, and we don't usually hear it in that way. And that this message is easy to digest because the production is so easy to hear. So
exactly.
God is. Salute.
It's all my vision, giving me a revelation. This ain't about a damn religion. Jesus born, eternal song. This my kids, this the crib, this my wife, this my life, this my God-given right.
That nigga was singing till he lost his breath, nigga.
I love the fact that, you know, when he was singing at the end there, like, his voice was raspy, like, they didn't, it looked like they didn't really modify it as much because it was all about, like, the message he was trying to deliver.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I love how raw he kept that part because, like, when you're I feel like when you're praying to God, you're in your most naked state. You know what I'm saying? You're
vulnerable too.
Yeah, exactly. Super vulnerable, and I feel like his voice being that raspy is the perfect example of that. Like, this is what I am, God. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Imperfections in all voice, everything. I'm not trying to polish it up. At the end of the day and stuff like that, when I pray to you, I don't put no auto-tune on it. I'm literally giving you my, like, not real talk. I give you my, I'm giving you my sins. I'm giving you my raw truth. So the thing is, I gotta keep it as authentic as how I feel about, like, this moment right here. So that's real.
It's like equivalent to XXXTentacion.
Exactly.
On that record, and he was singing his heart out. And I feel like I forgot what that song was about, but that was his vulnerability in his moment. And I feel like you were saying, Joel, Kanye displayed that, and that was literally him crying and talking to God in that record right there. And I like that he kept it real, no auto-tune, no nothing. It's not about being the perfect record. It's about being the real record. And I think Kanye definitely provided that on God Is.
You know, XXX was originally supposed to be on this project.
Oh,
yeah, he was on
that track.
Yeah, he had a track. It was on like Yandi or something like that. So I don't know if like it was, you know, he had a purpose for Yandi, but then, you know, this album was different. So then, you know, he probably didn't fit the, you know, the concept of his project.
He might have cussed on that. I know, like, he hasn't cussed on his album. So
yeah.
We're about to get in track number 9, Hands On, featuring Fred Hammond.
Shout out Fred Hammond.
Hands on, hands on, hands on, hands on, hands on, hands on. It's God breathing. wonder if they're gonna read your rights. 13th Amendment, 3 strikes. Made a left when I should've made a right. Told the devil that I'm going on a strike. Told the devil when I see him on sight.
On sight.
I've been working, nothing worse than a hypocrite.
Right.
Change, he ain't really different. He ain't even try to get permission. What have you been hearing from the Christians? They'll be the first one to judge me. Make it feel like nobody love me.
That's so true.
They talk and you never see the light, man. You never see it home, man. You never see the domes like a.
Wow.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting? He's like saying like the people that's, you know, practicing that's in the Christian religion will be the first people to rebuke me when I actually want to be the person to preach about my faith and advocate, you know, the word of God. Like that's interesting right there.
I feel like on that record too, he's I feel like it's more of a metaphor of saying that there's so much people that would want to go to church, but they just feel like because what's being preached at the church, could this would scare them away. Because my dad used to always say that, he's like, yo, sometimes the guys be preaching stuff and be like, yo, you know, if somebody goes that's trying to go to like for the first time and they hear that message, it's like you're basically saying that they're the worst thing on earth. Yeah, so it's like you can't, like Kanye West is just saying it like he's making God, like that's his version. I'm making a gospel album and this is how they, like I always wanted to make a gospel album and they've always been like, nigga, nah. And he's just been, here's this song, and then finally it comes out. And I feel like it's equivalent to people that want to go to church, but they feel like when they go, it's they getting bashed. And I just feel like it's just like churches and people. There's good churches and there's good people, and there's 100%. Bad churches and bad people. So.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely like some of that in the church where like, I remember like that was one of the places you had to be tip top, like make sure your shoes is on, like you got, when I'm going to church, you gotta make sure you got the good tie, all that stuff. But it's like in my head, I used to be like, why? Like if I walk in there with a t-shirt, like why, is they the person that I'm going there for? Are they gonna judge me? So I feel them on that.
Feel it when I write, point of living in the right. If they only see the wrongs, never listen to the songs, just hands on, hands on, hands on.
I can't decipher what he's saying.
He's saying hands on.
Oh, okay. It's like it sounds like it's reverb.
Hands on.
Yeah. I love. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking after listening to this album. I know we have like one song left, right? Around two songs. I feel like he's also reinforcing the fact that, you know, you can find your own way to praise God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be one way. Like gospel music, like you were saying, Rob, don't have to be one way. You don't have to go to church to praise God. There's other ways you can do it. Like Kanye's Sunday service, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not, you're not going to church, but he's bringing church anywhere because you can find your own way to praise God. So I love that idea because a lot of people feel like they're lost because they don't have the time to go to church, or they don't go to church so they feel like they're damned. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to go to church to really be accepted by God or to praise God.
He's pretty much telling you like you don't have to judge either. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So why does we? Like so why do we? Like why should like it's crazy because he brought up the Christians, like they was the first one to diss him and be like, yo, we not for it, but it's just like, yo, God. Would God really want this for you to shoot down another man because he has an idea, he has a vision on how he wants to worship, and it's not okay to you? Says who? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
short words, find your way to praise God.
Yeah, Rob.
And we about to get into Use This Gospel featuring The Clips and Kenny G.
Yeah.
Shout out to Malice. Malice in The Clips, if you guys don't know, he stopped rapping with Pusha T because he found religion. And the fact that Kanye West got him on an album, and it's like, it is dope. Clips, this is probably the first song they've been together in years. So.
Malice found religion. Tony found prison. This sounds like when you don't put your seatbelt on.
Use this gospel for protection. It's a hard road to heaven.
My presence is happy belated. Fashionably late, I'm just glad that you made it. The best is yet to I seen them come and go, you only the latest. But who am I to judge? I'm crooked as Vegas.
Use this gospel. It's a hard road angels defend.
Damn.
I like this Maybach music.
I got goosebumps.
I like this Maybach music.
I like the fact that he was able to take the noise from the car and turn it into a beat. And it's funny because every time I hear that noise, I let it rock for a little bit, then I start beatboxing. Let's get going.
That's gonna fuck some people up in the car, yo. Nah, yo, shout out to Clips, yo. Shout out to my nigga.
I think Pusha was the only one that rap. I think we're gonna hit Malice now.
Yeah.
A lot of damaged souls, I done damaged those. And in my arrogance, took a camera pose. Caught with a trunk of berry man, I give you brave talk. I give you faith talk. Blindfolded on this road, watch me faith walk. Just hold on to your brother when his faith lost.
Alright, Malice! We were waiting for Malice, but Malice always screams.
I forgot Malice is definitely better for
Yeah, what? He said, y'all talking rape talk, I talk faith talk, nigga.
My dad loved Kenny G.
album. Guys, come on.
My dad loved Kenny G.
I can cry listening to that.
That shit's smack.
Nah, that's the best part of me right now.
I'll take this Lucas and rap over Lost days. Lost days.
Yo, nah, Malice ripped it because I feel like he even acknowledged his earlier self. When the first bar he had something about like, and I even went and took a pose. Like,
yeah. I
used to sin and even take a picture. Like, yo, right here, look, I'm sinning. You know what I'm saying?
I used to like. He was basically saying, I used to damage souls. Like his music, like he always talks about it in interviews and stuff. Like he feels like the music him and Pusha T put out, it was damaging souls. And I'm so arrogant when I was messing people up. I was taking a picture while I was doing it.
Hey, look what I did, nigga.
It's just funny how him and Pusha T is just the opposite stuff.
Yeah. I feel like it's dope for Push too, cause I feel like a lot of times, like I've heard a lot of interviews where it's like, "Yo, we gonna get mad." Nah, he's not rapping.
Yeah.
No, that nigga, he's not doing
But
it.
this
is the perfect reason.
Exactly.
So I think that's fire, bro. It's like it comes full circle.
Kanye a real nigga for that too.
Nah, yeah, I like that. I feel like Pusha T was like, wait. But you got Malice on it? Nah, I'll hop on this.
Hell yeah.
Let's just make a Clips reunion. Like,
It'll
and
be-
this is
oh,
probably
yeah.
the best song. Like Kanye, the Clips and Kanye make banging records, and this is probably the best.
He probably played that shit and was just looking at Malice like, "You like this? What's hot?
You fuck with it?
Word, I left the spot open. If you want to rap, man, it's about God, bro."
We got the last track, track number 11, Jesus is Lord, is 49 seconds, so it might be a prayer. So let's get into it.
Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess, knee shall bow, every tongue confess.
It's also triumphant with the horns in the back, nigga.
Hey, man.
That was a great way to
Jesus is crazy.
Damn.
Yeezy.
That was amazing.
Nah, this is my favorite. This is a favorite album. This is my favorite album that I've heard in all of 2019. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Nigga, that's kind of a question.
Like,
Kanye West, the thing that we gotta give to Kanye West is, bro, you the man because I see what you did. You opened up the new decade with My Dark Twisted Fantasy, and you ended the decade with Jesus is King.
Talk about a transformation.
wow.
Transformation Tuesday.
Nah, you're right, Bob. Just think about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, he was really talking about how dark and crazy his mind was at that time. You know, like, he was, like, just think about some of the songs on that.
Hell of a Life,
That in the red dress.
Bro,
Lame,
you know what I'm
think
saying?
about how he ended that album. Lost in the World and shit like that. I feel like now, especially like I feel like not the contrary, but the contrary of Lost in the World, but the end of this album was like
He's
triumphant.
Yeah.
Like I found myself, bro, with the horns in the background. Like God is king, bro. I'm here, and I'm glad that I'm here to able to spread this message to everybody right here.
His transformation couldn't have been more perfect. Like, it's just, for me, even as a fan, I can see like where he's changed and like where he's transformed, where he's found himself, and it just gives me hope too. Like if I feel like I need work or something, I know it can happen. It may take a year or two, it may take 10 years, like Kanye. And I love how transparent his music is. It's always been that way, because we're talking about an album that came out 10 years ago, we're talking about him now, and how you can just see into his mind from his works. You know what I'm saying? And we can see the change from then to now. And, it's really amazing.
Yeah, you're right, because I don't feel like he restricted himself from like allowing people to really be right there in the passenger seat of his life right there. And it's like we've really been there along the ride of his life, and he's really been there to like let us know like, yo, I have my ups and downs and stuff like that. He let us know the addictions he had, the vices, the malices, and all that stuff, and now he's here. So I think it makes us appreciate Kanye even more. It makes me appreciate this album even more because we know what it took for him to even get here, to get to the salvation of his mind, right?
And it's like, the thing about this album too is like, he truly, sincerely found himself not even like within his music also, you know what I'm saying? Like the last album, Yay, you know what I'm saying? We liked that at first. It didn't grow on me the first, like after a while, like I didn't listen to it.
I never liked it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Robbie never liked it.
It was like one song.
Like it grew on me. Like it was just like I'm not really for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's even when he brought up Yandi and he was like, yo, I had to go back in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Because Yandi just wasn't it. Like, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna find myself, and it's worked. It's like Kanye West. Remember, I miss the old Kanye. I feel like we got the old Kanye. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta appreciate it. You always have to appreciate his ability to make your music, and you have to appreciate the transformation that you have to go through in your mind, because the mental is it's a crazy thing, and it can take control of you. And sometimes when it takes control of you, it's hard to get that control back. So big shout out to Kanye West. I really love this album, man. This really meant a lot to me, man. I almost cried listening to this album. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna
lie. Like I'm not gonna lie.
I felt that.
Like,
one thing I definitely give Kanye, and one thing I always really respect Kanye for, is that he has never been afraid of being exactly what he is in that moment. Mm-hmm. Like in that moment, good, bad, or indifferent, I will show you it. And you could judge me how you want, feel how you want. I will try to explain what I mean, and sometimes that may be where it gets tough with Kanye, explaining himself. But I think Kanye is great at just being in the moment, being present in himself, and displaying what that is at the time. And I think that, like Joel said earlier, I think it was Joel said it, like, if nothing else this album does, if nothing else in the world, there's that kid that loves Kanye West who never listened to gospel music in his life, and he's gonna sit down, and because it's Kanye West, will give this music a listen. And that's respect. So shout out to Kanye West for that. And you also did something different with, I've listened to a lot of gospel music from being a child to today, both in the church and outside of church. And this is something like I've never heard in terms of gospel music. So
I feel like, honestly, I feel like it's not like Kanye West probably is not great at explaining himself at the moments in time. And the way he's best at is expressing it through his music. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what he's back to. Because even through history, he's never been the type, he never was able to express himself ever. Sure. It's just his music. And I feel like with My Dark Twisted Fantasy was the Taylor Swift incident. 808s was when his mom passed away. And I feel like right now is him finding himself. He's going back to express himself through music. And that's what we always wanted him to. We never wanted him to go to TMZs to explain himself. We just wanted, like, how you feel about Trump? Tell us through your music. Like, this album makes me understand why he is the way he is with Trump, because any religious person or faith and is giving everyone a chance. That's why I was saying you can't have an opinion on someone's opinion, because that's not right. It's like being racist. And I feel like Kanye West through this album expressed to you, it's like, yo, I care about I just care about people and I care about everybody, and that's why I like Trump. This is the album that expresses why I like everybody, not just him, everyone that like could be doing bad or wrong, and that's probably even why he wanted to squash the beef with Drake too. And I feel like I'm happy that Kanye West is at the place where we always loved him for, but it's evolved, because it's not the old Kanye, it's just the new Kanye, but where his true purpose.
He's grown, man. He's grown, man.
It's not the old Kanye. It's definitely the new Kanye, just an evolved one, the one that's changed. That like his life, whatever he went through, made him what he is now. You know what I'm saying? You can see that, just like we were saying in his music. Like, wow.
Super Saiyan Blue.
He's on some other shit.
He's
like
Ultra Instinct.
I think Ultra Instinct on this one.
He's like GT when he left with the dragon and shit.
He's Ultra Instinct, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this reaction. And guys, remember, we got a big announcement. We will be at Complex Con for this November 1st, Kid Cudi show, and we will be doing a live album reaction to Jesus is King at Complex Con. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna see what everyone there thinks. We're gonna get some good and bad opinions. We never know. So make sure you keep it locked for that. If it was your first time here, I promise you definitely won't be your last.
Nah.
So make sure you kill, murder, and smash that subscribe button. I go by the name Robcityrt, and you can check out our hip hop playlist, our Kanye West playlist, link in the description below. And we also have K-pop, pop, rock, Bollywood, Tollywood, and a lot of different genres of music. And if there's a genre we haven't covered, make sure you DM us so we can get into that for you. And every Fridays we have Hip Hop Fridays, all new releases, so check those out. And I go by the name Robcityrt, that hip hop guy, that rock guy, that pop guy.
Yo, that's the music guy.
And shout out to all, and the gospel guy now too. So salute to Kanye West for that. And shout out to all my Haitians, shout out to all my Christians, shout out to all the people in the world. Have faith, be peaceful, love each other, and remember, Jesus is king. It's your boy Robcityrt.
Yo, it's your boy Wells, the Anime King. Make sure you follow me at Wells_RT.
Get him, Wells.
And there's something else I wanted to say. I feel like in this day and age, where people put celebrities in the highest pedestal, almost to the fact that they're not human. I feel like with this album and evolution of Kanye, it just reminds us that celebrities, everybody, we're all human beings, so we should treat each other like it.
Exactly, man. Patricrt team, man. Yo, this is definitely a timeless album right here. Gonna be rocked with. I don't think there's gonna be a moment that people can't play this album right here. So much salute to Kanye. Everybody incorporated with this album too, man. Much love.
Yo, it's a man, the myth, the maniac, Wilkins_RT. I just want to say one more time, Kanye West, please, thank you for this album, bro. Seeing your transformation, with this album is such an inspiration. You've always been an inspiration my whole entire life. And I really feel this album, hit home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what to say, man.
I love you, Jerry.
Yo, man, I'm about to give my nigga a hug, yo. Yo, what's good, man? I go by the name of DC. Follow me on Instagram, DCZ_wordIT. Yo, Kanye, you give me something that I can play with my grandma in the car and she ain't gonna slap me. So let's get it popping.
And remember, Kanye too. Thank you again, cause yo, these sneakers is fire. Kanye for the Yeezys.
I'm sorry, man.
And that sells it at
the Round Table.
What's good, yo? If it's your first time here, definitely won't be your last. Make sure you click that subscribe button. It's the Haitian Prince Robcityrt, and you're now rocking with RT TV or Disney.